Hey everybody, it's Clements and welcome to the Rewind Theater for the Agni's Philosophy demo, which was debuted at E3. I have the great pleasure of being joined by one Andrew Goldfarb. Hi, Andrew Goldfarb.
Hi, Clement.
Look at this. This is a real-time. I'm doing great, thank you. This is a real-time tech demo. Let's already drive everybody crazy and go back and just talk about, explain. This is a demo that Square Enix debuted that is showing off a, this is just a demonstration. It's not from a game or anything. And it is all in real time. So what you're seeing here is not pre-rendered CG or anything of the sort, which we will get into shortly. Yes, and this engine, we believe, we talked about this before, it's called the Luminous engine just because the studio that made it is the Luminous studio.
Yep, and so this demo was a collaboration for all of the arms of Square Enix. So some of the concept art was Crystal Dynamics, who did Tomb Raider.
Look at this
Visual
guy.
Works did the visuals.
Man, he's so angry.
He
All right, so let's already go back and let's just start from scratch. So what we're seeing here as this truck goes through the sandy environment, this is all real time. So during the demo that we saw, the team that we had the good opportunity to interview during E3 paused right about here, and then we obviously can't do it now because we're looking at a video. But they rotated the camera around in this environment to show that this was not pre-rendered. They could actually move the camera freely and show us that this is indeed an in-game environment, which really is quite breathtaking when you think about it. Look at that truck. Something's wrong with that truck. Oh, the truck's... All right, good.
Nope, they didn't do that.
So,
and right here, this was one of the big things they showed us, this gentleman's beard.
This gentleman, this smiling guy. Look at the high-quality state of his teeth.
He needs a
He's
dentist.
in great
badly.
shape.
Yeah. So they messed with his beard. They showed us like longer hair, shorter hair. They made it patchy. They made it gray. They made it red. Lots of beard action in this engine.
And I love that they actually said that they made him look like Santa Claus with one of the beard options.
That's true.
So let's keep going. We're about to see sort of the main characters of this demonstration in just a moment.
So this guy right here, if you want to stop. So this guy they called the Priest is Square Enix's official name for this character. And he seems to be in charge of these summoner folks.
Yes.
They look like the characters from Journey a little bit. Unrelated.
Unrelated, not the same game. And we should point out that he's, of course, sorry, let me just move his hand a little bit. He's holding a crystal, which is, of course, a classic, iconic item in the Final Fantasy universe and symbolic of the original orbs in the first Final Fantasy. They represent nature, magic, the world in general. And that's obviously a little nod to Final Fantasy.
And you see like Crystal Chronicles, and there are all kinds of things about crystals in this.
They love their crystals.
They do.
And that's the fastest eclipse I've ever seen happen. So right now these summoners, they're kind of drawing this magical energy together, and as these rebels are sneaking in.
So this was one other thing they showed us. All these insects are forming this skin.
Let's go back. Here we go.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Talk about this, Goldie. We saw this in action.
We did, and they manipulated this by adding even more insects. So these insects are all coming together and forming this monster skin. But what they showed us, they made 100,000 of them, and then they zoomed in, and every single one of them had like super detailed bodies and wings, and it was kind of crazy.
Yes, I mean, yeah. So this is not some sort of effect. Those are all individual 3D like polygonal models,
yep.
Which is again quite astounding. And of course, another classic take on the Final Fantasy formula. Summoning has always played a huge part in the game's magical themes, and so here we go. I love. He is really into it.
Yeah.
He is so into this summoning sequence.
A passionate man.
So now, and just we should point out real quick that these summoners are it's sort of nebulous. When we first see them, we don't really know if they're the good guys or the bad guys. The priest makes mention of a wickedness that they are trying to fight, but maybe the wickedness that they think is actually pretty nice dudes.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna guess that these rebels, the guys coming in with guns, are not very nice guys.
I think that's fair.
But anyway, let's continue on. This summoning sequence is about to be rudely interrupted.
They just come and shoot
with guns. Yeah, like I don't even think they knew what they were firing
there weren't even people on that side of the room.
But obviously, so the summoners move in to try and protect the priest and the creature they're summoning with magic. They're shooting off lightning bolts here. Again, all real time. These guys are firing off bullets. So here we go. So here is the reveal of our heroic figure. Gold, do you want to talk about this girl real quick?
So this is Agni. The name of this demo is Agni's Philosophy, and Agni is I guess, the protagonist of this situation. And so Square described this whole storyline as this is a life-changing moment for her. This is her living through something that's going to affect the rest of her life.
And here she definitely screwed up. Oh no, Goldfarb. He took several bullets in the back. His blood is made of insects. So Agni goes and moves in to kind of get him out of the way, and they of course have a quick and a brief but somewhat touching moment, which Goldfarb thinks wasn't adequately touching.
Well, I mean, look at this. She takes the crystal and just walks away.
She's like, oh, okay, peace out. Well, she's being shot at. She's being shot at. So she grabs the crystal. Obviously, her comrades are kind of forced to fend off these attackers and probably lost. She's still being attacked here. And now we're going to see the attackers, these rebels or whatever. I keep calling them rebels, but who knows what they are?
Yeah,
they just have guns.
Yeah, they could just be nice fellas with guns.
So they're injecting this beast, which we had a very long, extraneous debate about hyena versus wolf.
Yeah.
We're going to go with hyena. Look at that face.
Yeah,
that's a face that only a mother.
Final Fantasy 12, right?
Yeah, sure. So they inject it with what I assume to be some nasty substance. Now, right here, of course, we have another classic Final Fantasy reference, the potion / glass Diet Coke bottle.
Yeah, and we should point out that you may have seen Agni get hit in the arm a minute ago by a bullet, and so now she's like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, so what you see here is her infusing the bottle, this potion with magic, or charging it in some way, throwing it upon her wound with taking a swig, and now you'll see that it had some sort of magical effect on her wound. She's going to pry the bullet from her body, which I can only assume is a very painful procedure. And just to point out again, technology versus magic is another theme that Final Fantasy tackles with a lot, and obviously that's sort of what's happening in this demo, is her representing the magical side and these rebels using firepower.
It's cool seeing a more realistic take on healing too, because in Final Fantasy games you'll see like some green magic around somebody, but this is like actually showing like the physiological process of being healed, which is kind of cool.
So now we have the summoning complete, as she was just about to get bitten to death.
This thing not instilling a lot of confidence.
Yeah. Let's just do a quick point out that its grandiose summoning starts with it careening against a stone wall. Can't quite get off the ground, but no, it makes it. And this beast, the summoning is complete. It emerges and swoops down.
Crap.
The hyena right here. Now this is a situation. You don't want to be the hyena.
Nope.
When you look at that, you say to yourself, hyena's effed.
Yeah. Not a good day for the hyena.
Not a good day. And we're slowly getting to the ending of the demo here. We have sort of the calm after the storm. Agni looks up kind of at the sky, blood-stained face.
And the interesting thing with Agni too is like Square has a survey right now asking what you think of her as a protagonist. Like we don't know that Agni or any of this will have anything to do with a future Final Fantasy game, but it is interesting that they're curious what people think of her as a protagonist.
And the core team that we interviewed made a note of how intent they were on capturing emotion and subtleties and expression. And you'll see that in this section, Agni is clearly disturbed and just kind of freaked out, basically. And you see those twitches in her eye happen as the beast rises up behind her. And she climbs atop of it, and they set off. And now we get a great view here. We get a view of sort of this slum-like area, which immediately reminded me of, not only Final Fantasy VII slums, but just the sort of classic poverty versus wealth that, again, the series has played with in the past.
Yeah, because it's really juxtaposed right up against this city.
So here we have just probably my favorite shot in the demo, which is a city that not only invokes Midgar to some extent, but also Rabanastre, I believe you pronounce it, in Final Fantasy XII, and as Goldie pointed out.
Oh, Academia from Final Fantasy 13 too.
Yeah, they love their giant metropolitan spaces, and
they do.
And so we finally end with a shot of the city. It's the Square Enix logo coming on, and we presume Agni will go off and somehow save the universe.
Well, unless that thing careens into a wall again, which won't be good for her.
Which is entirely possible. And here you'll just quickly see some of the key staff. One of whom, Nozue-san, who's the second listed here, I believe you mentioned is the co-director of Advent Children?
Yes, exactly. And of course, Luminous Studio logo at the bottom. Again, that's why the engine is named the Luminous engine.
Excellent. And that's pretty much all we have for you for this Rewind Theater. Oh, there's Agni again.
Yeah, and that's where you can take that survey and everything.
There you go. For more on everything Agni's philosophy, even though we told you everything, hit up IGN.com.